The morning sun filtered through the city's high-rise buildings as Amara adjusted her blazer and stepped into the bank, her heartbeat steady but hopeful. Today wasn't just another day, it was the day she would finally pitch her dream. Clutched in her arms was a folder full of passion, hand-drawn product designs, carefully calculated business plans, and years' worth of homemade skincare recipes passed down from her grandmother. With a reserved smile and her head held high, she approached the counter and told the teller she had an appointment. The teller, a young man who barely looked up from his computer, frowned and motioned for a moment before disappearing into the back. Moments later, the bank manager appeared. His face was unreadable as he looked Amara up and down her brown skin, her natural hair tied back in a protective bun, her simple but professional attire. "I'm sorry," he said curtly. "We've had to cancel all unscheduled walk-ins today." Amara blinked, confused. "But I scheduled this meeting 2 weeks ago. I have the confirmation email." She pulled it up on her phone, but the man didn't even glance at the screen. "We're not able to assist you today," he said with finality, signaling security with a subtle nod, as two guards escorted her out. Amara's face burned with humiliation, not just from being denied service, but from the cold, silent judgment. In the air, rain began to fall lightly as she sat on the bank steps, soaked and shivering not from the weather, but from the injustice. She opened her laptop on a cafe patio nearby, stealing Wi-Fi from the building next door, and began typing. Through trembling hands, she titled her video, "Turned Away Because I'm Black But I'm Not Done." She filmed herself explaining what had happened, how she was denied access to financial resources for no other reason than how she looked. "I just want to build something," she said to the camera, her voice steady but emotional. "For myself, for women like me." When she hit upload, she didn't expect it to reach beyond a few friends. But fate had something else in mind. Within 24 hours, Amara's video exploded across social media. What started as a quiet cry for justice quickly caught the attention of influencers, activists, and even celebrities who were moved by her calm strength and quiet dignity. Thousands of comments flooded in, people sharing their own stories of discrimination, others pledging support, and some simply saying, "Thank you for speaking up." News outlets picked it up, and soon her name was trending. Amara, who had once been humiliated on the steps of a bank, was now standing at the center of a growing movement. But the real breakthrough came when a well-known entrepreneur reposted her video with a powerful caption, "Banks said no, we say yes. Let's fund her dream." Within hours, a crowdfunding page was set up, and within a week, it raised over $500,000 from people around the world who believed in her vision. Amara was overwhelmed. Her story had not only resonated, had inspired action. With the funds, Amara launched Rooted Radiance, her own line of natural skincare inspired by her grandmother's remedies. But she didn't stop there. She turned her online platform into a resource for aspiring minority entrepreneurs, offering mentorship, business advice, and visibility. She hired women from underrepresented communities, giving them opportunities that the world often denied. 1 year later, she stood on the TED Talk stage, poised and radiant. She spoke not just about her products, but about the systemic barriers she faced and how being kicked out of that bank became the turning point in her life. "They tried to close a door," she said, smiling, "but they ended up opening 1,000 more." Meanwhile, the bank that turned her away issued a public apology and quietly launched a diversity initiative. But Amara didn't look back. She didn't need their approval anymore. Her success had come from the community that believed in her before any institution did. As she walked past that same bank a year later, Amara paused only for a second, then smiled and kept walking, head high, purpose clear, legacy in motion. Asterisk.